Alrighty, good morning, y'all. It's Monday, and it's 20 fucking degrees. So that's how we're gonna start this video today. She's in here warming up. She looks clean, but she's still a little dirty. She only got a rinse. Off this weekend because it's supposed to snow tomorrow, and Wednesday. So I was like, there's no point in cleaning the truck if it's gonna be snowing. So I'm not gonna clean it till this weekend coming up, because it'd be kind of stupid to clean it, then it'd be right in salt. So until it gets into the salt, which would be tomorrow and Wednesday, then it'll get cleaned this weekend. Probably have Blue Beacon spray it off, then I'll come back and detail it, depending on what water situation is looking like out here, since it likes to freeze in the winter time and all. But yeah, she's warming up now. I gotta check and see if that jack's on the back of my trailer, because if not, then I gotta take that jack. So we're almost ready to get started for the work day, so just letting her warm up for a little while, even though it's kind of warm in there already. But let her get her juices flowing for a little while. I didn't drive the pickup truck today, drove a little beater car. So because why drive the pickup truck when it's 20 degrees outside and I gotta let the pickup truck sit outside and wake the whole neighborhood up for 45 minutes? And the truck just warmed up, Ohio just went down. So gonna get it pulled out, the car pulled in, and get this day started. Alright, well, kick my boots off so I can put my drinks in the fridge back here and get my stuff all set up. But I guess I might as well switch the truck over to the winter if I can find my panel light. Max heat, turn my heat all the way up, so therefore when I turn the sleeper air on, it'll be warm back here. And tips and tricks for when it's cold. The truck's outside, sitting outside in the cold, when you back into the trailer, do a pull test, or just get in the habit of doing a pull test on the trailer before you hook air up to it. Once you feel the fifth wheel click in, just get into, I just do it all the time, no matter if it's summer or winter, because the fifth wheel will get cold, especially if there's ice back there or something like that. It might not always latch in. Even though you might hear it latch in, it might not either fully latch in or latch in at all. That's what really the cause of most people dropping their trailers, because I've almost done it one time early on when I started driving, so I learned ever since then. But yeah, but when it's cold out, pre-trips are a must, a big must. I mean, it's one thing in the summertime because everything's warm. But when shit gets cold, shit likes to break, so gotta keep your eye on shit. But I'm gonna get everything finish getting everything set up, get my ELD and my GPS set up on the iPad down there. One guy asked me where my GPS is. It's my iPad. It sits in this little mount down here. Runs my logs, runs my GPS as I run Hammer. The Hammer app, which is a trucker GPS. But yeah, it's my iPad. It can hook into, it's just a regular iPad. Well, it's an iPad mini is what it is. So I like it because if I ever do go out and stay in the truck, I can use it to watch TV or whatever I want to do. And then if I want to hook it into the truck and Bluetooth it or do whatever, it's nice to have. Instead of running everything off my phone, it's really nice to have something like that in the truck. You're running everything else, so I don't have to run everything off my phone and kill my phone battery all the time. So One guy asked me about my phone mount. That's my phone mount. It's a what do you call it? Mod Armor phone mount with the magnetic charger. So it's wireless charge. And I also got one up there, which was where my PDI tuner was at. Which the truck is still tuned, just no tuner in the truck, because I explained that a couple videos back. That's a little bit about my setup. Nothing special. Stuff will be changing here once I get my lights up there and lights up here and also up there. So it'll be changing here before you know it. But yeah, I'm gonna get all situated and set in so we can head off for the day. Alrighty, we delivered. It wasn't too bad. Just cold out. About 36 degrees-ish is what the truck's saying.
At the next stop sign, turn left.
In the back roads right about now. Headed over to Litchfield so we can get loaded. You go to normal to unload to reload. You go deliver to another guy later on today, and then go back to normal again and get reloaded for tomorrow. So
at the stop sign, turn
whole lot of
left.
moving around. But just luckily, it's still harvest season, technically, and I can run all these roads no problem, because they're 36 tons
Half a mile, turn right onto
until January 15th, which I know that by heart because January 15th is my birthday. So I remember that by heart by that, and April 15th is not that hard to forget. Well, not that hard to remember, I guess, more or less I should say.
Turn right onto Bilek Road.
Oh man.
In 2.6 miles, turn left onto Kanuka Road.
Don't you just love back roads? Because I surely do. Because, especially in this truck, it was different driving my Volvo back here. It is what it is, just you got to be a lot more cautious when you're in a longer truck, longer wheelbase truck. So being back here in the Volvo, I had no issues. You know, there was turns that I made in the Volvo that I'd never make in this truck at all, not even a chance. So really in that truck, I just kind of drove anywhere in a sense. But there's also no really good way to get to Litchfield from here. Because every single time I've left from anywhere down here to get to Litchfield, there's never really a spectacular way to do so. That's like an easy route. So it's one of those you take what you get, and you just kind of got to be cautious. That's the reason why I keep looking down at my GPS to kind of see what it's having me do versus what should be the best route, which sometimes is better to reroute and do a couple miles to keep from tearing the truck up than it is to try to take the short route. But it also helps that all this week I'm going to be in Illinois, so most of the routes that I normally used to run all the time when I was Illinois only, before I turned 21, to be able to go out of state, most of these routes I've ran before, so I know where I can go and where I can't go. So
At the next
all of this
stop
week will
sign,
be a
turn left.
Illinois week, so not too bad. But I'm gonna keep focusing on where I'm going, and I'll catch up with you guys once we get over to Litchfield. Well, we're here in Litchfield, getting loaded now. Put my boots on today, brand new boots. I've had them for a while, I just never wore them. I normally only wear boots during the colder months, like pretty much now, but truck's over here on the side. Like I said, getting loaded now. Shouldn't take too long since I'm the only one here. And the other guy just got finished, so go from here to normal, unload, reload, and then we got to deliver to a guy after that, and then go back to normal and load for tomorrow morning. So it's a lot of ripping and running back and forth, all that good stuff. Jesus Christ, sun's bright. Ripping and running back and forth, all that type of stuff. So we shouldn't be here too much longer, so we can hit the road and get out of here. We're already behind as usual when it comes to going to stop doing this Pioneer stuff. You always end up behind schedule one way or another. Either it's from traffic or getting to a plant, and then it's 50 million trucks here. So it's always one of the two, but shouldn't take too much longer, so we can get on the road and start our second venture for this day, I guess. I guess that's what I'd call it, second load for this day. More or less, I should say. Well, I guess technically this would be the second load. So it'd be the third load for the day. Yeah, third load for the day. So, it's a Monday. I'm already exhausted, but stayed up a little later than what I should have, but is what it is. But we go get on out of here once we finish getting loaded.
It was sunny and the
Alrighty, y'all, we're loaded. 40-something thousand pounds probably. No scales to pass, because the only other scale is behind us. Alright, or look at me all pissed off, whichever one, that's cool too. Yeah, no scales to pass, so I can care less really about my weight. We should be back, I don't know exactly what time, because I know how to get back, so no point putting it on the GPS, but I'm guessing somewhere around 1 o'clock. I'm supposed to technically unload this stuff at, let me see. This stuff is technically supposed to be delivered at 12:23. That's not gonna happen. But my pickup, which is at normal as well, I think is supposed to be, yeah, 1 o'clock. So, and Mason City isn't that horribly far. probably be late getting to him. I think Mason City's only like an hour away, so. But I'll be late getting to him, and then probably late turning around coming back, so I'll probably get back at normal at 5:30 or so to get reloaded for tomorrow. So later day than usual, but it is what it is. You know, you take some with it. I wish they would have paved this whole lot. They only paved that corner turning back there, which I know why they paved that, to keep from having to come back out here and level it from the trucks turning. But see, they paved up here on this corner, and then it's all rock, and then they paved the other corner that you got to go around to go back there. So kind of odd if you ask me, but I would have just paved the whole thing. They got more than enough money to do so. Oh, nobody coming that way. Nobody coming that way. Another nice, what is that? Peterbilt? Peterbilt, KW, one of the two. I think it's a P. Yeah, that's definitely a P. It's all blacked out. Pretty nice. Might as well get some film footage of it. Can't beat an all black Peterbilt. With the black hopper behind it. That probably didn't come out as good as I wanted to. I might be able to slow it down. Well, I guess it's one of those things, if you guys see it, you know I figured it out. If you didn't, then the footage came out shitty. So it's always hit or miss when it comes to doing this stuff on the go. Whatever he's doing with that hopper is the same stuff that I probably used to do when we had hoppers before we sold all of them. Running what they call dry bulk to fill up representatives' bins, but a lot of them don't even have bins anymore, so they must not do a lot of dry bulk. I don't know if these guys that are doing this stuff are running stuff into the plant or pulling stuff out of the plant. So if they're pulling stuff out of the plant, they're doing what I used to do, which was alright. Better than running around with circles, basically doing this but with a hopper. And then I wouldn't have I would have like 2 runs a day. Yeah, I want to say it was, yeah, about 2 runs a day with a hopper. You'd go, which we ran out of Leroy. You'd go in the morning, get loaded, go drop off, unload at a farmer or rep. And then you turn around and go back to Leroy, get reloaded, and go to another one, and then that was pretty much your day. Sometimes you had 3, depending on how many miles you were running, so you'd be short runs back and forth. But what I liked about that versus running out of an elevator like I did for 2 years, the same elevator that I worked at when I was in high school, you're going around in circles when it comes to an elevator, because you're normally going to the same place over and over and over and over again. And that gets very boring if you ask me. Some people can do it, to each their own. To me, it's not my cup of tea. Especially when, at that time when I was still living at my parents' house, home was right down the street. So you know you're going home, but you're not going home. It got very boring. Now with that, running the dry bulk, at least you're going to different places, all over the place. So it was almost like what I'm doing today, except there wouldn't been a stop in between. I would have just dropped off I would have picked up in normal, dropped off, and then went back to normal, picked up, and dropped off. It'd be sort of like this, but just with a hopper and no stop in between, which is this stop. That was the in-between stop. So. Yeah, we're gonna boogie on down to normal so we can get unloaded, reloaded. Probably won't get out of there until the time I'm supposed to actually be at the next guy. But it is what it is. I'll just call him once I'm loaded and let him know that I just got loaded and I'll be on my way to him. But yeah, I'll catch up with you guys after we get reloaded. Alright y'all, we're loaded finally after they had some issues with some stuff. I'm actually supposed to be at the guy now instead of on my way to him, but I'm just now on my way to him. Won't be to him till 3 o'clock, which I already called him ahead of time. So he knows I'm on my way going down there. So we get down there, unload, turn around and come back, and we still should hopefully be back by 5 o'clock for my 5 o'clock reload. But even if I miss it by 30 minutes to an hour, they'll still be there. They stayed out till like 10 o'clock at night, so I got all day to get there. So it's just one of those days. I was ahead of time and then ended up behind. And I didn't even make no stops, so, but just how it goes sometimes. But we're gonna get on down the road, get down to this guy. Hopefully it don't take too long to unload. He kind of already told me where he wanted me at, so once I get to his property I can kind of figure it out, so I can be exactly where he wants me, get the stuff off, turn around, come back, get reloaded, then get an early start, even earlier start tomorrow, so I can stop and get fuel, because I'm not gonna really have, I mean, I got more than a half a tank, but I don't know if I'll be able to run whatever I'm running tomorrow on the fuel that I'm gonna have left. So I'd rather get fuel rather than have to stop in the middle of running everywhere to get fuel. Then it puts me behind even more. So, but yeah, just one of the Mondays. What can you do? Just deal with it, adapt, and get it done. But I'll catch up with you guys probably after we unload, or once we get back to normal, or once we get back to the shop, somewhere, wherever I decide to pick up the camera again, depending on how much I'm rushing to get back, depending on how much time I get set back. So just been a day. Alrighty, good morning y'all. It's Tuesday, of course, and it's snowing. This is what I consider, I guess, our first snow day of the year, since it's actually sticking this time around. As you can see, all the snow all over. They got the roads pretty cleared, so not really too worried about the roads, but the wind is blowing pretty heavy. We got 2 hours and 43 minutes to get to our first drop for the day, which ain't too bad. It's like barely 5 a.m. I left probably about 15 minutes ago from the shop. We get to our first stop at around 8 o'clock, depending on traffic and road conditions as we get more south. But yeah, first snow day. Kind of crazy. But if it snows like this all year, I'd deal with this rather than anything big, that's for sure. But so far the city and state have done a good job keeping the roads clean. So, and plus it's not that horribly cold to where it's gonna stick as much. So, but I dropped the trailer last night and put her in the garage. That's the reason why there's not that much snow on the truck. I looked at the temperature more than anything last night, and it got down to in the high 20s, so I put it in the garage and plugged her up. So I didn't really have to worry about that too much. So she'd be warm and ready, because I kind of figured it's gonna be like this when I was looking at the weather last night. So I was kind of happy I put the truck up. But we gonna get down this road. I'm gonna have to stop and get fuel at some point. I filled her her up with DEF this morning. I needed it because I was low, but I'm not that horribly heavy. I only got 12 spots on the truck. My tandems are slid all the way up, and all the weight's pretty much on the truck. And I did that because I knew it was going to snow. I just didn't know how heavy it was going to snow, so I put everything, most of my weight, on the drives just in case. Not all of it, but most of it's on the drives just in case, because you never know. Keeps you from slipping and sliding as much. So the place that I'm going to, I've been to a couple times. It's a woman that runs this place. She's actually really nice. I think she runs it on her own. I think like her father or grandpa had done this stuff before her, and she took it over or something along the lines of that. She's a nice lady. That's where we're going. I don't know if I'm gonna stop before I get there, because I got more than enough time, because I'm not supposed to be there till 9, but I'm trying to be a little early because of weather conditions and the way yesterday went. I'm trying to stay ahead of time this time around, or at least be right on track. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna stop ahead of time or after we drop off to get fuel. It's either I stop before I get down there, which I could most definitely make it down there and back to Litchfield, or I stop after I get loaded in Litchfield to come back up here to Normal to drop off, to reload, to go back to that same guy that we went to for our last stop, which is where yesterday's cut off, because I forgot to film at the end of the day. Because I got to Normal, got loaded, got back to the shop, dropped the trailer, put the truck up, and sat around and talked to my dad for about an hour or so, and totally forgot. But yeah, it's hopefully it don't be one of them days where everybody wants to drive all stupid and slide all over the place and crash, even though it's not that slippery out. It's not snowing that much, but you know how people act these days when a little bit of snow starts coming down. So
For 65 miles.
well, I'm gonna get back to focusing on everything just in case the road conditions get a little worse, but I'll catch up with you guys either once we stop to get fuel, or once we after our first stop, because this is her personal place, so I don't want to invade her privacy or anything like that. That's the only thing that kind of sucks, is I want to film a lot of this stuff, like unloading the truck and stuff, but I don't want to invade these people's privacy, especially being their personal homes and personal private businesses. So hopefully it's a pretty smooth day today, but we shall find out. It don't look like it's snowing anymore down over here. We're out of town now, going towards Lincoln, Illinois, and it doesn't look like it's snowing down here, so that means more south we go. It means that probably the storm was coming from the south going north, so that ought to be good, because I think all week I'm going to be going south for my first load. So, yeah, I'll catch up with you guys a little bit later once the sun comes up, and I'll probably turn the GoPro on, get some more footage. Alright y'all, we're loaded. Took a little bit. Still only one guy in there, which is the same guy that's been working here forever, working 4 docks, so he's doing what he can. But we're supposed to be at Normal at 12:19. We will be in Normal at close to 1.
Starting route to home.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Proceed to the
a
route.
little after 1 o'clock. So we're about back on the same schedule I was yesterday, even though I got over here early. But good thing I got over here early, because there's a line of trucks waiting now. So So if I wouldn't have got over here early, if I would have got over here the same time as yesterday, I would have been way behind. Way behind. So count your blessings while you can. But not too bad. I'm still ahead of where I was yesterday, because I don't think I got to normal yesterday till close to 2 o'clock or something like that. I know it wasn't 1 o'clock because my reload time is technically 1 o'clock. Like it was yesterday, then my reload time is 1 o'clock, or like a little after 1 o'clock, one of the two. But we shall find out here in a second. Once I get on the highway, I'll check my paperwork. I can't remember what I just know I'm ahead of time because I didn't make it. I made it after my reload time yesterday, which was 1 something. So I know for a fact I'm still ahead of myself because I didn't leave by 11 o'clock. I do know that for a fact too. I don't think I left till closer to 12. All pro boxes, which is what I'm expecting to be picking up from here all week when I come through here to pick up. Hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit better, because if I'm going to my guy in El Dorado that I was talking about last clip, I'll get to him pretty early. He's a little farther out. I think he's like 4 hours down southern Illinois, but I can leave out a little bit early and get to him a little bit earlier because he's normally up early. So Tuesday, since I'm doing kind of the same thing over and over again for my weeks. I'm not like jumping around and going to different places, sort of like this week where I'm doing similar, the same thing. I'm going to one place, then Litchfield, then Normal, then the same guy did yesterday. So I'm gonna keep it at 2 days. Let me know how you guys like the shorter content versus the full week, hour and a half videos. Kind of give me your input on it, because if you like the hour and a half videos, then I'll keep recording for a full week. If you like the shorter content, I'll do 2 days, which I don't edit and upload until Friday, just in case something happens in between. So therefore I can film if something happens in between, or something along the lines of that. So but let me know how you guys like the content as always. And also for a while now, there's I guess they call it channel perks or something along the lines of that. Somewhere on this video probably, or on my homepage, there's a channels perks where you can sign up for the perks. Pretty much it'll be a members only thing where you have a members only chat, and also you'll get shout outs in all my videos, and then I'll also add more stuff to that as I can, whether it be, you know, I've been throwing around the idea of having you guys like make videos of your trucks and stuff like that, and doing like a big compilation video of you guys' rides and what you guys do, stuff like that for all my members, stuff like that. It does cost. I made it as cheap as YouTube could make, as YouTube would allow me to make it. I think it's like $2.99 or something along the lines of that. But if you guys are interested in that, it's an option. I'm only gonna bring it up this one time probably, unless like it grows a little bit and, you know, we don't see any more interaction with it. I probably won't mention it much at all. Mention it from time to time. I won't mention it much at all because, you know, it is what it is. I'm not looking at getting any money out of you guys at all, but it's an option. If you guys want to do it, it's there. If you don't, it'll always be there, no matter if somebody joins or not. So figured I'd at least put it out there. Maybe we can start some type of community thing, and I don't know. There's a lot of different ways the members only part of YouTube could branch off and do anything, whether it's, you know, having you guys do videos, send it to me. I can do a compilation video, like I said, of you guys' rides and what you guys do, what you guys haul, you know, because my ultimate deal is to have this channel to be not just about me and what I do, you know, be able to shine light on any and everybody of all my subscribers, kind of a timeline of how I'm progressing and things I'm doing to the truck, and also hopefully being able to do more, as in for the subscribers and you guys, you know, as a posted videos or whatever I can possibly figure out what to do, as of raffles for parts and gift cards to get parts, or fuel cards, or, you know, there's a lot of different ways it can go. But, you know, I've got a long time coming until any of that stuff can really happen. But like I said, the members thing is there. If you want to check it out, you can. If not, it is what it is. But like I said, it's an option. It's there. Like I said, I made it as cheap as YouTube could possibly let me put it. That's as cheap as it is. Like I said, I'm not looking at getting any money out of you guys or making money out of you guys. So, because I make my own living. I never been the type of person to like to rely on other people to live, in a sense. So, well, yeah, it's there. If you guys want to check it out, you can. If you want to sign up, you can. If not, it ain't no big deal. It's just something I'm trying out to see if maybe it could help out some other stuff somewhere, or help you guys out some way. I don't know. Got a lot of different ideas, but who knows. But yeah, we're gonna get on down to Normal. We got an hour-and-a-half ride to get down there. Well, up there, going north. Hour-and-a-half ride to get up there. And then we gotta come back this way an hour to get to our other guy after we unload, reload, and then back to Normal to preload for tomorrow, and then back home. Alright, y'all, we delivered in Mason City to the guy that we delivered to yesterday. On our way back to Normal to get reloaded for tomorrow, which I don't know where I'm going tomorrow. It is a very good question. Got paper all over the place. Don't like being all over the place. See, tomorrow we'll be going to Barstow, Illinois. not where I thought I was going. So that won't be too bad of a day, hopefully. I don't think I've ever been to the guy that I'm going to tomorrow morning, but should be a pretty decent day. Wonder what's going on right now. Why is my phone lighting up? On our way back to normal. Get loaded. Hopefully it don't take long. We should be back at normal at around 4 o'clock. It won't be too bad. A little earlier than yesterday, because yesterday I didn't make it till close to 5 o'clock. So hopefully there's not too many people there, so we can get in, get out, and go home. So that is the plan. But I'll catch up with you guys either at normal or get to the shop or something along the lines of that. We shall see. Alright y'all, unhooked, about to put the truck up for the night. But that's gonna end it for this video for these last 2 days. Hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And like I said before, channel membership is in there. Go check it out. See if you like it, see if it's something you're interested in, see if there's more things that you think I should add to it. Like I said, I'm trying to think of more and more things to really add to the content or everything that I do. But that's it for me. I'm going home so I can eat, get some sleep before I wake up early in the morning and do it all over again. But hope you guys have a great rest of your week, great night. Well, actually this will be posted this Friday, so I hope you guys have a great weekend. And hopefully it's not too cold around you guys, but hopefully you can do something for the weekend. Hopefully you can live it out. But have a good weekend. I'll catch you guys next week.